Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center, to the world beyond magic and miracles. Happy, happy day. It's a brilliant, beautiful day here, and I'm sure everywhere, irregardless of circumstances. It's a beautiful day. So, there has been, we always sharing this incredible stage this last, I don't know how long it's been now, over a year with Barbara and David for these really fun broadcasts. There's been a lot said, even when Robert was here in front of the camera. There's always that talk about our brilliant future. And it's really fun when things that have been said that are seen as our future start to pop in, and you recognize it and go, oh my gosh, there it is. So I've been having some of these experiences, and it's amazing. It's amazing in so many ways. It's amazing when that moment, well, first of all, it's amazing because what I experienced the other night was just the most ecstatic, exotic experiences I'd ever had, out of nowhere, for no particular reason. It wasn't, I can't put my finger on it. I mean, I happened to take a shower late in the day when I was a bit chilled, a little bit cold, but I just had an experience I can't even describe. And it's one of those things that's so powerful, so takes your breath away experiences that you know after it's over, and you'll have a memory of the event, but it's not the same as what you experienced. So I had one of those, and I just knew within a short period of time that this is the beginning of what lays ahead for all of us. This brilliant new world of new sensations, new experiences, things that we couldn't have even have imagined before. They're here. They're happening now. And they're absolutely brilliant and fun. And I was all by myself and I had this experience. So it's fun to be able to share some of it, because the details, well, yeah, I don't know. It was just sensations. It happened to be with water on my skin in a shower. But I take a shower every day, so I don't really understand it. So I stopped myself. I don't want to understand it. I'm not going to think about it. But it was absolutely incredible. So we all have a lot more to look forward to. And this is just one aspect. But there's so many ways in which these new experiences will happen to us. I don't know how else to talk about it, but I know it's here. And one of the things I have to say that's been really lovely about this time, with not being allowed to go to work, or I know I've spoken about it. I know I've had awareness of it. But when all of us have this incredible moment in our lives to actually be with ourselves, So much of my life I have associated with rushing around to get somewhere, whether it's to work or to whatever. It's just been a very busy, busy life. And to have us all essentially have that stopped has been the biggest blessing for me. And I can feel it when I take my walks and I encounter other people. You can just feel it everywhere. It's really, there's really a big change happening with humanity here on planet Earth. And boy, is there a lot of stuff whirling around as far as in this world of media, and it's a little bit crazy. So I really have chosen to step away quite a bit. I don't pay much attention. Every now and then I'll get a glimpse of something, which is just fine with me. And it's been magical. And the more people do this, and it's happening, more and more people are stepping away. There's still those that like to be pulled into the drama. There's this huge curiosity that we as humans seem to have about things that don't make sense to have so much curiosity about. Even something like driving down the freeway and seeing an accident where the term rubbernecker showed up. Like, it's this really strange thing that happens. So it's hard when there's stuff being thrown out there for people to not pay attention or to hold it in a different way. And that different way is what we talk about all the time here at the Advancement Center, is getting way up above everything, connecting with your creator. So your view is different, and you're always looking, it's like you're looking down on something that's happening that's not in your world. It's another world. You're maybe walking around in that world. You're participating in that world, but you're not identifying with it. It's not you. It's not all those little tiny things, details that are just so easy to get caught up in, that seem to make up life here, aren't life. Life is big. Life is massive. It's like being out there light years away. And if you can also think of it as the expansion of time away. So suddenly things that we can take very seriously, that are actually very small, little, inconsequential things in the bigger picture, it gets a lot quieter out here. It's a lot less noise. And in that place, there are so many beautiful experiences awaiting you. They really are just waiting for you to step through the veil of all the BS, I'll say, on air. It's really the play world. It's not real. And it's really not the easiest thing sometimes to do, but the more you play, simply for the joy of it, it does become more second nature to you. It's not something to do or something to remember. It's not like that. It's just something to play with. So if you don't do it, that's fine. If you do it really doesn't matter. I'm just here to share with you some of my experiences of what it's like for me as I step into this bigger, broader, actually infinite field. It's glorious. It's full of music that is indescribable. It's a different kind of music. I've noticed that the more time I spend in this extended place, that now I've been surprised that when I hear music, it has been annoying, and it's not like it would have been that way before, but it's a different frequency than what I've been experiencing. And I mean, that was just for a moment. I'm not saying that about all music experiences, but I think that was on that day in particular that the world was so phenomenal. I really don't know how to put words to it. And it was just kind of like a little gnat. It wasn't a big annoyance to me. It was just for a moment, and I noticed it. That's why I'm sharing it. Because it surprised me, because it wasn't music that would have in the past been something I didn't particularly want to listen to. And that's the beauty of this place as well, is everything that comes into your experience is welcome. Because if there's something that shows up that doesn't feel good, it doesn't take very long for it to disappear. If it's not something that you want and you're in this other space, it just disappears. And the same thing for everything you do want. The more you are in this glorious, serene, and yet exciting at the same time space, the more those things that bring you joy and way beyond that word, they come rushing in to greet you. I just had this vision of the animals. It's like the animals in the wild. We're used to them being afraid of people. And yet again, when you're in that space, they're drawn to you. They have nothing to fear. I don't know what their experience is. It almost feels like, I don't know. But they're drawn to you, and it can be surprising and fantastic. The animals, they're just so lovely. And that purity they have, that lack of agenda, they don't know what that is. That's not, well, besides maybe needing to eat. That's a big agenda for an animal. But besides that, there's a playfulness that is always such a joy to experience. I mean, really, like the dolphins, you feel it when you see them. And I just flashed to visiting the Monterey Bay Aquarium several times, and the otters are just hysterical. They're like the little clowns. They just have so much fun being in the water, playing with each other. But that's how I see us more and more that just feeling of joy and playfulness and mischievousness, it's always in there too. But I'm just really excited to be here today because, once again, things are different. These moments are magical. I don't know that I've ever been happier in my existence here on planet Earth. So that's really what I had to share today. And I don't want to give a lot more words because the important thing was, for me, was just to transmit a little piece of a experience of my own that I just want to share with you, and know that, just so you know, that you have incredible things coming your way. Just incredible. As I said before, beyond imagination. And let yourself enjoy every moment. Even if you get disturbed, that just could be like a little gnat that you flick away. So on this beautiful day in paradise, I want to wish you all, once again, a perfect life, perfect health, and a magic future. Thank you.